Hey big kids, I'm a joke and you're listening to my joke book. So today's episode is going to be brought to you by main characters living their best and their worst life. So let's take a step back for a quick second. Do you know how much power you have within you? Like think about it. You have 100% control of the body that you were given. Like, you could do anything at any time. Like, if you wanted to jump up and slap somebody right now, you could. Assuming that there's no, physical boundaries holding you back or something holding you back. But, if you wanted to say, fuck you, you can. If you wanted to just, go dick slap somebody, you absolutely can, because you're in your body. I mean, you will have consequences, but you could do whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted, however you wanted, if you and when, etc. That used to mess me up when I was younger, because I would just really think I was given this body, this personality, this look, these parents, this world, this part of the world, whatever the case may be, and I could do whatever I wanted with it. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could get on a bus right now with 3 bags and the $20 in my bank account and go to freaking New York and do what gays do and start over. Now, you can't sit there and tell me that this is not main character energy to be able to have the power of creating your own destiny. That's the main character shit. Plus, here's the way I see it. Life is a whole huge movie theater of bunch of people sitting there and watching each other's lives. I mean, we're a bunch of people watching celebrities, superstars, average everyday people who pop up on YouTube, Instagram, funny videos that go viral. Every single last one of those videos is a person who has a whole backstory. Old dude who you just seen fall down the stairs, his mom's dead. That's crazy. Everyone has their own sort of story going on. Whether it's as simple as just I wake up, I go to the store, I go to my job, and I go home, or as complicated as finding freaking Nemo or some shit. I think that's some really, really cool shit if you think about it. I mean, I can say that I feel as if I'm a main character. Ever since I was young, I used to think that I was part of a movie or some shit. I always wanted my life to be created into a movie. Because, I would do very stupid shit. But it's always worth the story. But also, I would do some really pretty main character stuff that, actors would make you do for a great shot. When I started my new job, I would stand in front of the building, take a really deep breath and be like, new destiny. Or when I used to write my journal all the time, I would write in it in a way that sounded like a narrative in the background of my movie. And I always stare into the camera on some bullshit. If I see any cameras in my vicinity and something crazy happens, you'll always catch me staring at it, or you'll always catch me staring at a camera, flicking camera off. I'm just always staring at a camera because, main character type things. Another thing to note is that not everyone's a main character, and our main characters are really, really powerful to the story, but the side characters often carry the stories too. We often have the side character that, makes the main character's life seem really, really crazy because all they do is just go to work, go home, and that's about it. Your average Joe. You know how that story goes, talking about, oh my gosh, Rebecca, last night was so amazing. I went home, I got into a bath, and I went to bed on time. What did you do last night? And then you go ahead and proceed to tell Rebecca about how you got kidnapped by 3 different strangers, and it helped build your character development. Then there's those really, really crazy characters that make your life seem pretty normal. The crackhead on the street or the crazy dude at your job. Those type of people. Whereas, say, you, the main character, was dealing with family drama the night before, the side character is out here freaking fighting animals and beating up crackheads over a silver dollar. But then most importantly, we have the support characters. The support side characters are always like the best side characters. And they most of the time have better lives and more interesting character development than the main character will always have. These are going to be like your best friends. Like, the characters that like, when you talk about them, their life sounds so freaking awesome, or they look a lot better and a lot more people like them, but you're the main character, so they have to respect you, of course. These side characters tend to be main characters in their own story, however, be side characters in your story, and the vice versa is also true. So it's really interesting to think that you walking down the street, splashing your coffee on somebody by accident can really start a whole new storyline for somebody else, and that you're only a side character in. That's also pretty cool. Like, you probably have done something in your life that somebody to this day that you have never ever met still talks to or thinks about. Like, if you have gone into a restaurant and proceeded to cuss everyone out who works there, you're definitely still being talked about to this day. I know I do a lot of stupid stuff, and the world is a really, really small place, so I always wondered how many people I affect on a daily basis, since my voice and my outreach tends to be on a larger scale. Like, you could be listening to this right now and be like, this boy is awesome. Or you'd be like, he is trash, and I affected your day somehow. Or you could start talking to me about somebody else. And I think that's really freaking crazy. Because while I'm a main character in my story, at least I feel like I am, I become a side character in your story. And the fact that it becomes this whole intermittent web of main characters, side characters, support characters, non-necessary characters, most important characters. It's such a crazy thing that creates the world. It's a really beautiful thing. It's almost like you could pick any person's life and create a movie. Whether it's entertaining, boring, stupid, dumb, you could still create a movie off of it. And here's a pitch. Take 3 different people who know each other and create the same movie and see how the outlooks are different based off the point of view of each one. So whereas I think my best friend is rivaling me, my best friend hates my guts. That would be so freaking cool. It's just amazing how the main character, side character of the world works. So wrap it up to my final joke. I think that everyone should be doing some main character type shit today. So here's my end joke number 5. Be the main character that you really are, but be as interesting as the side character that everyone loves.